Alright, everybody, hello and welcome. As always, I'm Sean. This is In the Mix, episode 11. You've been waiting for this one for a long time. Thank you to everyone for your patience between episodes. Been a whole bunch of different stuff going on. I've moved house. You guys can't tell because the green screen's behind me. Victoria, where I live, went back into another lockdown, which was a whole thing, but it has been a couple of weeks since we've got content to you guys, but I appreciate all of your patience. And if you're new and are just catching up on this series, welcome. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Now, this will be the second last episode. This will be the last season that we're going to do with the St Pauli series. We're going to try and finish top of the Bundesliga 2. We're going to try and get into the Bundesliga. And then we're going to make the save available for anyone who wants to continue that journey in the Bundesliga with this squad to see how it goes. Reason for that is Winter Update just came out on the game. Very exciting stuff there. Some very fantastic new updates to players as well. And that seems like the perfect time to make our transition over for the start of March and our Pentagon Challenge, which I'm very, very excited about. There's going to be some fantastic content coming your way for that. But before we get to that, we do have to finish it strong with St Pauli. We've got two huge games in terms of the run home and hopefully getting a hand on our first divisional title. Let's jump straight in and see how we've gotten on. So as you guys can see above my head here, FC St Pauli, 25 games played, plus 38 goal difference and 58 points to our name. We have started the season fantastically well. We are still, at this point, only one defeat throughout the course of the year. 7 draws, which is quite a few. Some of those quite frustrating. A lot of nil-alls in there that you can see as well. But as far as conceding goes, we haven't really dropped that many points. Just the one defeat to Greater Firth, who currently sit in 4th position. The two teams that we're going to play today. First up, Hamburg SV. We drew 0-0 with them earlier on in the season. Want to try and get a good result to stake our claim as the best team in Hamburg. And then we've also got Werder Bremen, who of course came down from the Bundesliga last season. They have been in absolutely fantastic form, tearing some teams apart so far this season. If we get 6 points in this episode, we're going to be in really good position to hopefully go forward and really kind of try and secure that league title. If we don't, it's going to drag one of Werder Bremen and Hamburg really close to us, and it's going to become very tight in the run home. Now, as far as the squad's concerned, you guys did see, I think in last episode, some of our German-based talent we has left in the most recent January transfer window. That was with a view to going and doing like a proper off-season recruitment with Bundesliga cash. Now that isn't really likely to happen, it does leave us a little bit tight towards the end of this season. We have got a squad of only 18 players, as you can see. So an individual getting like a suspension or an injury or whatever else can have a pretty devastating effect on the squad. Renier is going to be out for this first game against Hamburger. He should be back hopefully for the second game. There's a few players as well that you can see a bit short of full fitness, working their way back from injuries and whatever else. So we are going to have to rotate quite a bit as well. But otherwise, things are pretty good. We're in a decent little run of form. That one defeat did happen a long time ago. And we've got two huge fixtures to hopefully get us through. So we're going to go with their 4-3-3 shape. We're going to go with Losas in goal, Bella Kotchap and Max Norman Williamson as the defensive pairing. Norman Williamson, I didn't expect to be in there. I thought Niccolo Almini would be our starting centre-back, but his growth this season has been fantastic. Gundeland as the right wing-back, Netz as the left wing-back, Sandri Lanka midfield with Gabua as the box-to-box, and Omer Bayaz as the advanced playmaker alongside him. Louis Carbonell has been excellent, both for ourselves and for the Spanish under-19 side. He will play as an ersatz left winger, with some of the players that we've got out injured at the moment. Kaminsky will play on the right, but he's only guaranteed to get through 45 minutes, so I wouldn't expect to see more than that from him. And Arezzo leads the line up top. Phenomenal player, Arezzo. Has been excellent for us when we're not recording. It'll be interesting to see how he goes today once we do hit that record button. Of course, two huge teams, Hamburger and Werder Bremen, have both been towards the top of the Bundesliga and in Champions League spots over the last 10 years or so. Neither one wants to be down in the second division, so hopefully we can keep them down for another year by getting some good results and some good points today. Hamburg are playing a 4-4-1-1. It's pretty aggressive. They kept quite a few of their squad together. They've got some really good players out there in their team. Bakari Jada is one. Joshua Wagnerman, a player that we've looked at for quite a while. We might try and grab him actually if we do go up and Hamburger stay down. They've got a lot of talent in their squad and it's reflected in their position on the league table. To start this game off, though, pretty slow start so far from both sides. The first highlight that we're seeing here is Sven Ulrich with the long ball forward. Netz should get the free header, and he does. Bayaz with a lovely touch around the midfielder. Can he find Arezzo and feed him in? He can. Gets him on his right foot too, and Ulrich with a huge save. That is Sven Ulrich as well. He may remember from Bayern Munich. It's where he started his goalkeeping career. And now first choice for Hamburger. It's not a great corner either by Gabua, and Ulrich comes out and claims. So first highlight has gone our way. I would have expected, though, our leading scorer and one of our better players to do better in that one-on-one situation. It's fallen to him again, and again he puts it straight at Ulrich, who does very well to not just save it, but also hold it. And will these opportunities come back to bite us? We're going to keep one eye as well on the game between Greuther Fürth and Werder Bremen. That's huge implications for the top three and that playoff position. But at half-time, really the only highlights we've seen are those couple of sitters that we've missed. Nothing yet from Hamburger. I'm going to say great opportunity to show the pundits have been right to back you up, and we're just going to stay on our positive structure. Might give it 15 minutes, see how these first few highlights go, and then we'll look at some subs, some changes, and maybe a tactical tweak. Before we even get a chance to do that, Kaminski's picked up a knock, which isn't great. It does probably mean that we've forced him through a little bit too much football. I'm going to switch Zeballos to the left wing. Carbonell will come over to the right. And if we look at conditioning, which I think is a big one to keep an eye on, Carbonell also struggling a little bit. Gabua struggling a little as well. It might bring off Gabua, actually, and we're going to bring on Arimu in midfield. Again, looking for them to make a difference. Can never get any response out of players as far as team talks is concerned. I'm going to use a demand more shout as well with 30 minutes to go in the half. Werder Bremen have taken a lead 1-0 in their game. Omer, good ball towards backstick. It's headed back across and just clips the crossbar on its way out for the goal kick. But that would see Werder Bremen, as things currently stand, pull 6 points behind us. So still 2 games, and they've also missed a penalty in that one. Fulkrug, they're not having a great game. I'm going to hit pause, 10 minutes to go. We're just going to go on conditioning here. Lucan Nets maybe needs a bit of a spell. Gundelund as well. We might bring on Amini for him. I can't make any more subs. I don't know why I'm trying to do that. And you know what? We might go attacking for the last 10 minutes here. We haven't seen any highlights from Hamburger. Let's try and press home our advantage and keep our distance at the top of the table. I'm going to use a demand more shout with about 10 minutes remaining. This game hasn't been super interesting in terms of the highlights that we've seen. But 4 additional minutes. Is there any late drama to come? We've got a corner here. Omer Bayas to take. Left-footed towards backstick. It's clipped back across by Arezzo, and Ulrich watches it go over the crossbar. Any late drama? Deep free kick here. Rodriguez takes it into Zeballos. Sandri now across to Bayas. Back into Bayas again. Square ball across here to Aremo. Can take a strike on, and it's a pretty poor effort, to be fair. I think Ulrich had it covered, but out for a goal kick. We have just failed to really make our chances count. Our demand more shout's just gone through with 20 seconds remaining of extra time. Flick on header here. Egloff, first real possession in their own half. We've seen this match from Hamburger. Bella Kotchap wins it back. Can he get it forward quickly? Goes up the line. Zeballos does it well to keep it in. Goes up the line now to Rodriguez. Good overlap. He looks for Arezzo, but it's a poor ball. Wagnerman now comes forward. We're through the 4 minutes of additional time. Arezzo puts it out for a throw. And is that going to be the end highlight? If it is, it's a very underwhelming finish to the game. With 30 seconds over the 4 minutes that were supposed to be added on, we're going to have to get the ball back quickly. We do through Arezzo. Now Zeballos. Any late drama? There isn't. And it's a 0-0 draw. A bit frustrating, that one. I feel like we had a lot of the chances. XG proving again to be a crock of shit. Otherwise, we would have scored a couple of goals. I'm going to say we've done well to avoid defeat. Just try and keep morale up as much as possible. It does mean we stay 6 points clear. Werder Bremen picking up the win in their match 2-0 against Greuther Fürth, plus that missed penalty. Does put a bit of separation. We're now 8 points clear of Hamburger, who are down in 3rd position, and 10 points clear of Greuther Fürth in 4th. I think that would probably help guarantee us a top 3 finish at least, but we want to try and do it with a league title. Jacob Kaminski dislocated his shoulder. We're going to send him to a specialist for 2.7k. I'm going to give him a bit of a chat as well and say, don't worry about your injury, and he's appreciative of that. The best player in the Poland last season, won the player of the season at 18, hasn't quite hit those same heights for us this year. And we're also, with the short turnaround, going to give everyone a rest day. You can see Sandri's going to be out suspended, Kaminski will be out injured, and Renier, we have to hope that he gets back and fully fit. Magic of editing, though, when you jump forward to the game against Werder Bremen now. All right, jumping forward, we have got most of the team back together. Arema will come in for the suspended Sandri. Renier, thankfully fully fit. He comes back into the lineup for the injured Kaminski. I'm going to say we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. We're just going to stay positive as well. We are away from home, but I think we can get something against this Werder Bremen side. They're playing a 4-4-2. They've got a very good side. Fulkrug up top and Skov Olsen over on the right wing, 2 to keep an eye on in this match. But we are unbeaten in our last 5. Our team is pretty good. The challenge will be if we fall behind and need to try and create something off the bench. We haven't got that much depth at the moment because of those injuries and suspensions, and the fact that I chose to run with a squad of 18. Never the greatest idea at this point in the season. Losas here. First highlights come a bit earlier than the previous game. Renier with the flick onto Arezzo. Pulls wide right. He's got a couple of bodies getting in the box. Cuts one back to Gabua, and it's a great save there from Luca Plogman in the Werder Bremen goal. So early doors, encouraging signs. It was a very good highlight. Again, though, we haven't found the back of the net, which could be proving to be a bit of a challenge. Of course, as we know, anything can happen when you reload the game, and we haven't played for a couple of weeks, so we've got to get back into that rhythm and that swagger that we had prior. In other games, Hamburger is playing Osnabrück. We will keep an eye on that scoreline to see if Hamburger jump back up into one of the automatic promotion spots. We are through 30 minutes here, though. We're going to use a demand more shout, and we're going to see if that gets some sort of response out of the team. Deep free kick here. Bella Kotchap to take. Over to Aremu. Can switch it out the other side here if we work this correctly. Aremu keeps it on the left. Zeballos loses out, but Nets is there to recover possession. Good little triangle of passes there, and I tell you what, Omer Bayaz with a decent strike from distance just beyond the far post, and the keeper was scrambling. Statistically speaking, there have been a few shots for Werder Bremen. We haven't seen any actual key chances for them in the highlights themselves, though. And at halftime, it remains 0-0. We're going to go into the dressing room. We're going to say, go out there and give these fans their money's worth, and I'm going to make a tactical switch. We're going to drop off the pace a little bit. We're going to drop the intensity, just go to that cautious possession-based mentality. Let's see if we can't keep the ball a little bit more and make it do the work. Two very big games and two very aggressive attacking games in the last 3 days. We want to keep an eye on everyone's conditioning as much as possible, particularly with the current injury issues that we're having. But as we get towards the hour mark, we might have a look at some subs. So let's hit pause right on the hour mark there, and let's just go on conditioning. What changes can we make? Bayaz hasn't played poorly by any stretch, but hasn't played particularly well either. Maybe we can shuffle around Gunderland into midfield. He might actually anchor midfield as a halfback, and we're going to take Bayaz off. We'll give Nicolo Armini a chance at right wing back. Zeballos not playing badly, but Renier hasn't had a great game in his return from injury, so Carbonell's going to come on as well. And then Luca Netz, I'm going to give a bit of a spell also. He's played quite well, but we ask a lot out of our fullbacks, and the condition just isn't there. I don't want to risk it and have him out for the run home. So we're going to do that. We're going to hit demand more as well after the hour mark. Let's see if we can't push on and try and find a winner in this one. First highlight really in possession here for Werder Bremen. Ball out to the right-hand side. Martin goes past Rodriguez, the fresh sub. It's a good header away, but Scott Olsen's going to get the chance to put this back in. Mbom, Asako, reverse pass to Eggerstein, and it's Bella Kotchap who loses out to Fulkrug, and he slides that one into the left-hand corner. It wasn't moving that much at pace. I think Losas could have done better. I definitely think Bella Kotchap could have done better as well. We'll check it out here in 3 dimensions. This reverse angle. It's a good ball in, to be fair. You can see Mbom here. Asako, good pass to Eggerstein. He's allowed to turn, and he just gets the ball in front of Bella Kotchap, who takes a stumble, and he slides it left-footed into the right-hand corner. Fulkrug is a good player, but that's a very disappointing defensive effort. I'm going to hit demand more again. We've immediately got a deep free kick. Arezo looks towards back post. Norman Williamson with the header, but it's well beyond far post. And the ladder, this would see Werder Bremen, if things stay as they are, move 3 points behind us. Throw in here to them. Martin with a deep ball in. Norman Williamson not with a great header away, and Rodriguez's clearance is straight back to their fullback. Mbom, now Moveld. Asako, reverse pass again to Eggerstein. It's the same ball again, just a little diagonal to that winger who's tucked inside, and a reverse passing behind. The two centre-backs are not playing particularly well. We've got to fix up this tactically. Let's just go attacking for the last 10 minutes. We're 2-0 down. We might as well try and go after something, and I'm going to throw a demand more shout out there as well. Is it potentially our subs? Maybe we didn't get them right. Gunderland's gone to a 6.2 at the base of midfield. Gabua's pretty much knackered. Zeballos pretty much knackered in forward areas, and a 2-0 defeat. This has not been a great episode. It's like watching the Hindenburg go down here, which might give me an idea for the thumbnail. You can see there, so Werder Bremen, they pull 3 points behind us. Only our second defeat of the entire season, which is absolutely crazy. We lose after 10 games undefeated. 12-game unbeaten away run has ended as well. The competition is the part I care the most about. Only our second defeat of the year. 8 draws in that period as well. What does that do for our run home? Our run home isn't super difficult, but it's got some challenges. Dusseldorf are in 9th, Union Berlin who are in 6th, Paderborn who are in 5th, and Regensburg 16th. Braunschweig 14th, and then to finish off the season, we've got Greuther Fürth who are in 4th. They'll be desperate to try and get back up into that relegation playoff position, and Dresden to finish off the season who are down in 15th. I think we're going to play the April games off screen, and we're going to come back on Friday and do these May games to finish off the season and to hopefully finish off the series on a positive note. If we do go into the playoff position, we will hopefully bring you that one in that game as well. But I'm still hopeful we can finish top of the division. We have been the best side so far. We just need to not panic and stick to it as much as possible, and hopefully get a few of these bodies back for the next game and the next episode as well. You guys have to tune in to see how we get on. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is the part that I appreciate the most. Thank you again to everyone for their patience over the last few weeks. I know it's been difficult with sporadic content coming out. We will pick that back up again with our Pentagon save starting in March. If you do want to support the channel, go that little bit further, that extra mile, you can drop a like on this video. Helps us get higher in YouTube search results when people look for Football Manager content. You can also subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date on all of our future videos. But as always, more than anything, I just appreciate you guys watching. As always, I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the mixer.